best known for her time representing Venezuela in the Miss World 2003 pageant, where she was placed top 20. After pursuing her passion for pageantry, she went on to become an established TV host, content creator, and blogger. She continues to serve as a constant inspiration to people all over the world through her positive content online.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Yunon Velasco, and for this series, our topic is passion and purpose. For this episode, we have an empowered woman, blogger, content creator, host, and beauty queen to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the beautiful and amazing Valentina Patruno. Hi, Valentina.
Hi. Oh my gosh. You're going to make me cry. What a beautiful introduction. This is so amazing, Mafae.
Did that bring back memories?
Memories, emotions, just good times. I still remember, that was one of my first times. And I think the only time I've been to Asia and just sharing with so many girls. I remember your energy. That was something that I was always like, wow, Miss Philippine, that smile, that contagious energy, that magic. And I really keep good memories from those years. I can't believe it's been, can we say it? Should we say it?
Almost. Yeah, just say. We're proud of it.
It's part of us. But the good thing is, we look, I think we look better now than we did back then. And we're wiser. My gosh. We're wiser, so
I still remember, like, I admire you from what you were doing during that that whole month. Like, you still had time to go to the gym and work out. I was just like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. But you would be the one in the gym, whatever hotel we were at, and I was just like, oh, this girl, should I be in there too? But at the end of the day, like, you had full days.
You didn't need
full days. Yeah, right. Look at the girls now. There's a big difference. It's like abs everywhere. I was just like, oh.
It's true. The thing is, with me, like, I've always liked the gym. I've always liked to keep like an active lifestyle, and for me, it's also like therapy. Like, I need to work out to like drain, to disconnect my mind, and to really like dedicate a little bit of time for me, because if not, I can go crazy. So it is sort of therapy for me.
But even though we were so busy, it was pretty challenging, and it was like, we're on the go all the time. So you're right. You needed that, like, I guess, de-stress.
Yeah, people have no idea how our days are when we're participating, and it's intense because it's not like a one-day thing. We were there for almost a month, I think, and it's days where we wake up super early. We have to get ready. We have to do our hair, our makeup. We have to iron our clothes. We have to pick what we're gonna wear. We have to look good. We have to be in a good mood. We have to do our eat breakfast and make sure we're on point, and then go through all the activities of the day. And then for me, it was like I either wake up early to go to the gym, or maybe I'll go after we come back. But it wasn't something that they schedule on their agenda. Right. So there were a couple of things that we have to do on our own time, and our own time was like 4 hours that they gave us to sleep. So, but it was good times.
Yes, super good times, and I know we have so much to catch on. But to fast forward a little bit, of course, we're in this challenging time. Can you share with us on how you're in the US now, right? Like, I think there's like this certain question mark for me on how did you end up there, and how is it right now?
Yeah, I've actually been here already for, on and off, It's been over 20 years because I actually lived here before I went to participate in the Miss Venezuela. I lived in Venezuela to participate in the Miss Venezuela because I just love, my country. And after that, I came back because I was already going to school here. So I wanted to finish my career in communications and broadcasting. So I've been here, like when you count the years total, it's been about 26 years that I've been in the United States. And it has been very challenging right now with all the pandemic. I know that I see it as a challenge because of everything that's been happening, but I also see a lot of good things that have come out of this pandemic. I mean, it's been a time where we've been, there's nowhere to go. It's mandatory that you stay home, you stay with yourself, your family, and you have to really like just dig deep in there and see what's going on. What are you doing? Are you doing it right? It's been a time where we've had to reevaluate, how's our body doing? Are we healthy enough to go through this? And are we healthy enough to, if we have to catch the virus, are we going to be able to, be okay? And it's been I feel like it's been a lot of growth for a lot of people. And it's been like an awakening also because it's just, you have to reevaluate what you're doing. Are you happy? Do you have passion? Is your definition of success the right one? Are you really like, doing what you love? Or if you're not, there's a way to maybe redirect. And this has also shown us, the importance of time and priorities. Just so many people, are so like robotic. It's like go to work, get home, eat, go to sleep, go to and that's their life, and they don't really sit there to see, hey, am I really doing something that fills my heart and motivates me and makes me want to wake up the next day? And it's happening to everybody. It happened to me. I had to sit there and be like, okay, wait, what's going on? That's really and I'm working now in different areas. So it wasn't that hard for me, I feel, because I don't go to an office, at 9 to 6. But I know for a lot of people it's very challenging to just, have to completely change their routines. And I don't know if have you lived around the same in your pandemic over there, or it wasn't that crazy over there?
Well, for us, it's still a bit strict. We had the quarantine period, and then they've allowed the people to go on a skeletal type of schedule here for the office. So just to keep that social distancing, still the rule, to follow the rules. But it's also challenging here in the Philippines, and we're praying that this can be over, find a cure so that everybody can be safe going out. Of course, there's a lot of people who are still paranoid to go out, but there's a necessity for I guess the breadwinners or one member of the family that gets a pass to go to the grocery and just be able to go out. I think just recently they allowed couples to ride on a motorbike, but you have to have your marriage certificate. So so for the past 4 months,
very strict.
Yeah, it's very strict. I think because our numbers are increasing by the day, and it's we're testing every day, so you just never know who has it. It's really tough. But at the end of the day, like, look, these opportunities, like you said, there's opportunities out there that we can provide to people and inspire them. And I'm glad I was able to catch you. For me, on my side, I should have contact you more earlier in the year, so we can catch up more. I have to apologize. It took a pandemic for me to reach out, but regardless, timing is always perfect. And now
coronavirus, we're talking.
Yeah.
We're connected, so.
But you know what? I've been trying to connect with everyone, and there is a group chat. You're part of it, right? The Facebook group chat that we have. it's funny because I just posted a picture last night, sharing with everyone that I'm going to catch up with you. And Kalmani, Miss Singapore, she's like, "Hey, that's me." She goes, "I've never seen that photo, but that's me." And I'm like, "Well, you're next. I'm going to talk to you next."
I love her.
She's been, I guess, mentoring also in Singapore and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to catch up. Maybe we can just catch up, all the three of us.
Yes.
But, I really want to like go back, rewind a little bit on, before Miss World, on how you became, the empowered woman you are today. Maybe you can share a little bit of your upbringing. I know you mentioned a little bit that you actually grew up in the States and moved to Venezuela to join, the Miss Venezuela. Actually, it's funny because we have similar background. I was born in the Philippines, and then my parents, I had to thank my mom and dad. We migrated to Australia in Sydney, and then I flew back also, just like you, because I wanted to represent my country. But yeah, this is your story, so share yours.
I didn't know that about you.
That's
awesome.
right.
I actually was born in Venezuela, and I lived there till I was like 9 or 10. So after that, our parents, my brother and I, brought us, and then we stayed here. And it's just crazy because I come from a family of, like, my mom's side is very big. Like, we're just like a family reunion can mean 50, 60 people, and even more nowadays with all the cousins and everything. It's like insane. So we grew up in a place where there were a lot of women. And for us, I know, like, we come from a kind of like a Latino background, but the women are the ones that have the pants in the family, and the women are, and in my particular, like with my mom and my dad, it was I feel like it was very balanced, but my mom is definitely a warrior, and she's taught me so much. I mean, I have a lot of things to be grateful, and a lot of what I learned was coming from her. Just she actually she dedicated herself to us, but then she was also working. So, and my parents worked together, so it was something where she kind of had to do it all, and I feel like she's very modern for her times, because I feel like a lot of women back then were just, they either focused on their kids or they would focus on work, but she was doing it all. And I was like, wow, Mom. And still today, I feel, when I see her, I'm like, Mom, you're like an octopus. You're doing so many things at the same time. Oh my God, there she is. You're doing so many things. Like, I get tired of seeing her, and I have a lot of energy. Oh my God, that's all my family. I have a lot of energy. But when I see her, I'm like, Mom, how do you do it? Like, she's still like, I'm still like, Mom, you still have to teach me. And I feel like it's something that I learn every day. I'm also learning, and still searching for answers and just wanting to do more and more and more, because we have to. I feel like this journey that we have is a journey to learn every day, something to work on ourselves every day. And that's something that I try to really, go for, because that's what we're here for. We have to grow, we have to learn. But yeah, a lot of what I am today, and a lot of what I've achieved is thanks to her. The pageants was thanks to her, because I was always like, no, I am not a pageant girl at all. I was like, no, Mom, that's not for me. She's like, no, yes, you have to do it. You'd be really good. And I'm like, I was the shyest person ever. I was so shy. I wouldn't talk. I was very introverted. But the pageants helped me. They really did help. So, and she was the one that pushed me. I was 17. She's like, you have to do this pageant because the price is a scholarship. And I was like, okay, I like the scholarship because I was a nerd. I like to go to school and I like to study. And I was like, okay, I'll do the pageant just, because I want to get the scholarship. I ended up winning that pageant, and it was like a local pageant. But I ended up winning it and I got the scholarship and I was like, wow, this is great. And I got a little more confidence and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And then I did another pageant and I also won that one. And then it took me to like another international pageant and I won. And I was like, okay, hold on. This is good. Maybe I am ready for the Miss Venezuela now. And Osmel, I don't know if you know the director of the Miss Venezuela. He was really famous because he's been there forever. He's not there anymore, actually, but he invited me to participate in the Miss Venezuela when he met me here in the States. And I was like, I think I want to wait another year because I know the pageant is, it's tough. It's not as easy as, people think it is. And I want to be ready. I want to prepare myself. I want to be a little older, like, I think he invited me and I was probably like 19, 20, and I waited a year. So I went when I was 21 to participate in the Miss Venezuela. And with these types of pageants, you learn so much about yourself and you learn so much about life and other women that inspire you too. And I feel like all those things are kind of, the little bits and pieces that I pick up along the way to actually be that empowered woman that I didn't know I was, but thank you because I love it. And it's great to kind of have a positive influence, on the people that will follow you or people that know you, people that are close, even your family, So that's awesome. So that's kind of, I feel like how I've been doing that.
Yeah, and you sharing your story, I know like Miss Venezuela is always the candidate that people really watch because I think it's like your country is known to live and breathe the pageantry. And so whenever, a Miss Venezuela comes in, it's like everybody's watching like, oh my gosh, what is she going to look like? How is she going to, be? For you getting into the pageantry there, did you feel that cutthroat feeling competing with, your fellow Miss Venezuela candidates, potential to represent the country? Because, here in the Philippines, it's become really, really competitive. It's always been competitive, but I think we've leveled up somehow through the years. But for you guys, I know Miss Venezuela and also Miss India, it's like, that it's the country that, that just is like you're born with it. You're just you're told, like your mom was saying, yeah, you have to join. Mm-hmm. So how is your feeling going through all that, like knowing the fact that, oh my gosh, they're really going to make sure that I win or place or what?
It was crazy because it was something that, as you said, it's part of the culture in Venezuela. Like the pageantry has become such an important part of the culture that it's just insane. And ever since I was little, everybody would be like, oh, you'd be great for Miss Venezuela. And I was like, no, I want to go to school and I want to do my things. I'm not like, I wasn't into that world, and I kind of dismissed it for some time. And but I was like, once I knew that I wanted to do it, I was like, oh my God, it's such a big responsibility because the country is just depending on you and all the eyes are on you. And there's so many girls that want it and would do anything for it. And it was cutthroat, it was. I didn't have such a great experience when I was participating because I was coming from the States. Everybody saw me as like an outsider. I was the one that was I kind of had some experience in pageantry. So it was a great advantage for me, but it wasn't such a great thing for the other girls because they were like, oh, where's this girl coming from? Whatever. And also, I spoke English already. So I kind of had some of the preparation like that I didn't have to go through because I already had some of the requirements. And yeah, I mean, it was inevitable. I mean, there were actually, they organized something against me. We heard about like heels, that were not, they were fine when we got there. And then all of a sudden it breaks and you're like, what happened here? I had to watch out. I had to look out because And there's also, it's such an important, the pageant is such an important part of it's like the biggest event of the year when you really look at it. And the country is not going through the best times. Even back then when I participated, it was already going through some rough times. And they couldn't do it in the venue where they usually do it. They had to do it in Venevisión, which is like the TV channel, in the studio, but they did it like an interactive. So every week we would come out and people would vote for us via text message, or so it was a really cool year because people got to know us a little bit better. It wasn't just like a one-time thing. We got to go out every week, and then people would vote for us, and I got like Miss Internet. I got another prize for like the most beautiful face with like one of the makeup sponsors. So it was really exciting, but it was also building more stress and more like, I was so worried because I was like, oh my God, what if these girls do something to me? I had my mom with me. Like my mom would go with me everywhere. My poor mother, she didn't do anything for like 6 months. She's like, I'm like, Mom, you have to come with me. You have to come with me because these girls are rough. And I was like, I was already 21, but still you're young, and right. I was innocent. I kind of knew some things, but I feel like I still needed like a little backup because oh my gosh, it was crazy. It was crazy, but it was beautiful to feel like, the whole country backed you up. It was so beautiful to feel the support of the people wherever I went, even just leaving when I was leaving to the airport. Everybody came down and, they'll bring the flowers and like chocolates. And I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful experiences. And it's amazing because also it's something that you share with your family, with your friends, your family. They're all so proud of me. And they were like, wow, the first Miss Venezuela in the family. And I have beautiful, beautiful, women in my family, but I was the first one, and it was great to give them, that little piece of, joy when we were going through rough times over there. So, yeah, but the responsibility, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard.
And then, and of course, when we went to China, and like we were mentioning that we were just busy day by day. It's something that possibly I asked a lot of beauty queens, what was going through your mind? What was your motivation each day? I know your family was one of those, but how did you keep the energy? Because I know as much as I had so much energy, I was tired at the end of the day. Like I had to just put my feet up. For you, what was your drive?
I always thought of my country. Like, I don't know, for me, it was like, oh my gosh. And we had social media back then. I know that they didn't allow us to use some. I think it was Twitter. I think we had Twitter. But a lot of the fans and a lot of the people would write to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to keep going. And also the organization, the Miss Venezuela, would give me, Osmel was always there. He was like a father figure to me. And he was very sweet. He was always like, Valen, you're doing good. Hey, you need to do this better. So he kind of pushed me a little bit. He's like, what are you wearing? This wasn't part of the outfit that we had set up because with the Miss Venezuela, I don't know if you've already heard these stories. I had 10 pieces of luggage that I had took to.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even carry it, Mafae. I was at the airport in Hong Kong and I'm like, can somebody help me? Because when I went, when I traveled by myself. My family got there after and they brought me more luggage.
Oh my
because
gosh.
I had to have a pair of shoes for every outfit that I wore. Yeah. That's how the Miss Venezuela is. And I wasn't complaining. I loved it. It's like a girl's dream. I had a binder with all the looks from earrings to the purse that I had to wear to the shoe that I had to wear. And if I didn't make that, Osmel is like, why aren't you wearing the right earrings? And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I had to iron and I had 2 minutes to finish my makeup and my hair and my
Yeah.
waves. My hair is super straight and he wanted me to do like waves. And you know how long that took to do? Oh my God. But it was fun. It was just so much
Yeah.
fun. My family, thank God they were able to go. They didn't go from the beginning, but they went almost
Mhm.
close to the end. And just seeing them, well, they didn't allow us to see them too much. It was like you have like 30 minutes in the
Yeah.
morning. Remember, we had like a curfew, and
Yeah.
we couldn't see our friends or our people. But I got like those little bits of energy and motivation, and just being, I did feel a responsibility because everybody's like, you have to bring the crown number. I don't even remember what number it was, the Miss World crown number, something to Venezuela back again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a big responsibility. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it my all. Like, I've always been a very positive person. I've always been very, I just work hard and I do my best in everything that I do. So I'm like, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do whatever I can to really, reach this. It was one of my goals. It was one of my dreams, and I had a great time. I had a great time. Oh my God, look at those pictures.
Yeah,
It's
my research
crazy.
team really dug deep.
Oh my
But
gosh.
you've done so much. You've done so much since then. Like, so
That's my
amazing.
big family, and that's only the ones here in the
Oh.
U.S. There's more in Venezuela. Oh, that's so great. So yeah, it's just something that I've kind of, always tried to do my best, and not
Mhm.
think too much of the negative, but just the positive.
Right, right. And like you said, it helped your confidence. It helped, like, being who you are today. And you've done so much. Like I said, I've seen you do posting, and you're doing your blogging. I mean, I does it help that you're in the States or was living there ready to grab opportunities, or did you go back to Venezuela for a little bit after Miss World?
I actually, I went back that year because, I was reigning for that whole year, and the Miss World was like 3 months after I won the Miss Venezuela. So it was very
Oh,
fast that I had
yeah.
to go. So I still had a lot of months left, and I was under contract. So I did have to go back and forth and stay longer in Venezuela. And I did. And since the contract, what they do in the Miss Venezuela is they do a contract with the owners, which is a TV channel too. So I was already doing a lot of things with them. And since I was already studying communications, it was great for me. The opportunities just opened up, and it was what I wanted. So for me, it was a win-win situation where, this directed me to what I actually wanted to do. So, and I started working also with a channel that was a little bit more international, and they had a base here in the US, but they were the same. They were like a brother, sister, family to
Mm.
that company. So it was really easy to just do the transition after I moved back to the States. And I continued. People thought that I was in Venezuela because I was still doing recordings here, where they thought that I was over there, and I'm like, no, I'm here. It's the magic of TV. What we
Yes.
did, we used to cover, events there, and I would do the hosting here. So then when you edit, you make the magic happen. And but I would go to a lot, like when the things weren't that difficult as they are now. I would go back to Venezuela a lot, like back and forth, and visit family and everything.
Mhm.
But the opportunity to that the Miss Venezuela gave me was huge, and even till today, it's something
Right.
that's gonna come with me everywhere I go. Everybody's always like, "Wait, you were in Miss Venezuela, and you were in the Miss World," and I'm like, "Yeah." And it's funny. It has to happen to you too. I mean,
Mhm.
it's something that I know that people see us differently, and
Right.
at the end, we're the same. I mean, we're the same as everybody. Oh my God! Look,
Yes,
we're getting
exactly.
messages.
Yeah,
Alexandra,
we
hello.
got a few people tuned in. I just want to give shout out. Here's my mom all the way in Sydney, Australia. Thank you for tuning in,
Hello.
Mama.
I have to
She
go to
said that you're
Australia to visit.
still very beautiful. She was there. She came to Sanya to visit also and watch
Oh,
our
nice.
pageant. So she still remembers you from all that time.
She's
And
so
then he's
beautiful.
my aunt saying,
Hello.
nice to reconnect. She's actually, she represented the Philippines in the Miss Universe in 1984. So she was
Oh
my
my
biggest mentor.
God.
And yeah, like you said, the cutthroat thing, like
Beautiful.
I had to really step up my game. And of course,
Oh,
Nico, thank you for supporting. And he is my eldest son, and he's here directing too, and was one of the
nice.
ones that helped the research team find all our pitches, all your pitches too, actually.
Awesome.
And
Thank you, Nico.
so, and yeah, like going back with, people that appreciate pageants, it is a lot, I guess. The brand awareness of pageants are known more because of social media and Google and YouTube. And luckily we were able to capture some of those footage because, back then I was not so into social media. And,
Yeah.
I think that's what made it more memorable because I wasn't always on my phone, like taking a selfie and things like that. I mean, not all of us had a phone. I know my roommate, Miss Japan, she had one, but it wasn't like an Android with a picture like you can post straight away. But
We
do you
didn't
think?
have smartphones yet.
No.
We didn't have smartphones.
Yes, we are in that era, but we're proud of it because it was a lot more memorable. We were able to really like for me, traveling China was amazing.
It was
All the
so
places that we
beautiful.
went to, right?
The
It was
Great
like hot and then
Wall.
freezing and then cold. Yes,
The Great
my
Wall was in my
gosh.
bucket list, and look, thanks
Yeah,
to the
me
Great Wall,
too.
we got to see it.
Yeah,
That was a great experience.
exactly.
The only thing is, I don't
Exactly.
know what happened to my pictures, so it's all in here. I think I lost
Yeah.
that camera that I had. I don't know what happened. I think I still have some pictures on Facebook, and I like get them from there.
Grab
because-
it.
But well, it's
Well, a lot of the
it's
girls,
challenges.
a lot of the girls post it too. Luckily,
Yeah.
I had a camera also, and I was able to retrieve it before it kind of like clunked out. But do you remember when Jackie Chan came to meet all of us?
God, yeah. I can't believe. I interviewed him after, and I forgot to tell
Oh,
him
really?
that I was in this world when he
Oh,
judged. Well, he probably didn't like rate me very highly, so I would have been mad at him. I would have been
no,
like,
don't say
never
that.
me. It was a Jackie Chan.
But
move.
our batch was really competitive. Like
Yeah.
we just didn't know who would be like like I mean even when Miss Ireland was crowned, like she was like, to me, I feel like she was one of the, there's certain girls who are loud, there's certain girls that are on the newspaper all the time. So she was kind of like a dark horse, and I mean she did deserve it and everything, but it was like you just never know. You just have to kind of like focus on you.
Yeah.
Did you do the same thing?
Yeah, I was enjoying every minute and every second. I know that, I had been in other pageants before, and I had been in like other international pageants, and you have to enjoy it. You just have to enjoy every minute of it, but not focus so much on I'm not the type of person that's like focused on the competition so much. I don't know if maybe it's bad. Maybe I should have been a little bit more focused on the competition. But I was more focused on like me being my best,
Right.
So I feel like that's a little bit more important, at least for me. And yeah, we had a good group though. I had really good memories, and I still keep in touch with a lot of the girls more on Facebook, but I don't do Facebook so much. I'm always on Instagram. Instagram big in the Philippines,
Yeah, it is. Instagram and Facebook are huge. And that's why I'm trying to like find ways. Okay, who's on Instagram? Maybe they'll reply more, and then I try both. And then certain people would tell me, "Oh yeah, I'm more on Instagram," or "I'm more on Facebook." So you kind of have to juggle it. I mean, you as a content creator, you have to be on point with social media and the trends, right? So like me, like when I reach out to you, Valentina, let's catch up. So I'm trying to find the other girls. Like I can't find Miss China.
I'll
I
send
was
you
really
some
close to her.
contacts. I have a couple
Yeah,
of girls that I
please.
still have contacts with,
Yeah.
and we also did a trip. I don't remember.
You
I don't know
did?
if you remember, to Belize,
Mhm.
where we did like this whole charity thing with Miss Belize,
What?
Miss Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and it was so
Oh,
cool. Like we got to catch up, and we
yeah.
got to like see beautiful places in Belize.
Hmm.
We got to fly over the blue
Wow.
pole with like the military, and they took us to La Isla Bonita, which is like the one from the Madonna song
Yeah.
that she sings about, and it was really a beautiful place. And we got to raise funds for her
Mhm.
organization. It was beautiful. But I'll send you some contacts too, so you can catch up and
Yeah.
because
Well, we can organize something like that. I'll invite you guys to the Philippines. Let's work
we
on
should
it.
do
So,
a
guys,
Miss World
watch out.
party with all the girls.
Yeah. Reunion. Yeah, I
Yes.
was thinking that. So watch out, guys. I'll let you know when all the beauties from 2003 are over here, so you guys can meet and greet them and find out what they've been up to. I wanted to ask you also, like, of course, you have confidence oozing within you, and I'm sure there's a lot of girls out there that want to follow your footsteps. I mean, you're pretty much doing it. You really built that definition of life after a crown. So, what are your three pillars that you live by, if you can share with everyone?
Wow, that's a good question. That is a good question. And before I answer the question, I want to tell everybody that it wasn't always like this. It's something that I have built. Like I told you, I was super shy. I was a
Yeah.
very like introverted girl. I didn't believe in myself, and it's something that I've worked on, It's something that you have to work on, and you have to believe in yourself. The three pillars that I would choose would be just to love yourself. It's so important to really think about it and do it. It's something that I feel like I didn't learn at home. It's something that I've been actually grabbing and learning as I go and as I grow. But it's so important to do things for yourself, to dedicate yourself some time. I've been practicing meditation, and it's something that's really been bringing me so many benefits. Just doing little things for you, things that you like, maybe just lighting up an aroma that you like, a little essence and oil that you love, or just treating yourself with your favorite ice cream, do something every day for yourself. Another thing that for me, it's a very important pillar is to try to help. It's something that my soul just loves, to try to help people and try to help in any way I can. It's something that really, moves me and makes my soul happy. So it's something that I try to do too. And sometimes it's just as simple as just smiling, just sharing your smile with somebody, or just helping out. There's people that are really in a bad place, and just some kind words will make a big difference for somebody. And I guess my third pillar would be, can I add another one? Now I have four. Wait, so family is really
Yeah, of
important to
course.
me.
You can have as many as you want.
Family is so important to me. Family is something that, it's something that my family's always been, teaching us, and they've made it really important. So for me, having them close and sharing with them, creating new memories, is something that I really need. And well, lately, just gratitude. If, I've always known, that, we're blessed and there's so much, but lately with everything that's happening, it's made us realize that we really, really have to be thankful and congruent with the things that we're doing, with the things that we're preaching, and even, the way you're showing yourself, and just helping people to really feel that gratitude too, because we are blessed. We have so much, and just the fact that we're waking up every day, and we have a roof over our heads, and it's something that we have to be thankful for. So those would be the things that
Yes.
I go by, I live by.
Hmm. I love those. So, do you mentor, let's say, aspiring Miss Venezuela candidates, or are you still involved with the pageant scene in that aspect?
With the pageant scene, no. With the pageants, no. I've been more involved in general with women, just helping them out. I have a community of women where it's actually called in español like crear para creer en ti, which means create to believe in yourself. So it's something that I've created to help out women that that, and especially now it's been really big because of everything that's happening and how we've had to redirect everything. Women that maybe are in creating a business, maybe women that have talents but they don't know what to do with them, and they've never really thought of what to do, how to do it. They're camera shy, they're scared, so I've kind of created this course or this program to give them the tools that they need to help them grow. I mean, we all have a magic in us. We all have a talent, and sometimes we're just scared, and it's not fair for the world not to receive the magic that we all have. So it's a community that's been growing, and I just love it because I share things that have worked for me. We've all gone through so many things, and we all have tools that can help us in developing and growing and just fulfilling our dreams. So that's something that I thought was needed right now, and it's been growing, and I love it. I've been giving video conferences, and with all this technology now that helps, all the Zoom conferences, I love this, and I love what you're doing, Mafae, because this is beautiful. Congratulations. Thanks. It's what we need. You need to be in love with yourself. You need to love yourself. I feel like sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't tell ourselves that we love ourselves, and we have to. We love ourselves. We love our mind. We love our bodies. We love our life. It's something that we have to keep. We have to keep pushing for. And congratulations. And thank you for doing it.
Thank you for being part of it. You really inspired everyone, especially like you said, through these challenging times, we need people like you sharing your story and being inspired on how you overcame challenges and still motivating yourself no matter what, and now inspiring others. I love that, Valentina. Your community will now be internationally known.
Yes.
I will get that link from you if in case people want to maybe join you, or I'll have Valentina's social media link here on this caption so that if in case you guys would want to ask her any more questions or just ask advice, I'm sure she's more than happy to answer you. She's all about empowering others, whether, I guess, men too, right? Not only women, but, anyone that needs that a little boost of your happy hormones, because it's what we need right now. We all need a little
boost sometimes. So I'm here for whatever you need. I'm always available, and I'll always be there to answer. So whatever you need, I'm here.
Yes. Before we wrap up, can I ask you to share a little bit of your words of wisdom, I guess, to motivate everyone, or your fans, the people, your friends and family who needs that extra boost of confidence, like we were sharing earlier? Please go ahead and share that.
I'm gonna share things that have worked for me, and things that have made my life better. Things that I've some things I've been doing for some time, and some things I've actually started doing not too long ago, but I love them, and I know that they would be great for anybody that's open to try new things. So number one, like I said, is just dedicate time for yourself. Something that I've been doing is waking up a little earlier than I usually did and dedicating an hour or two to myself, to read a good book, to exercise earlier in the morning. And then I start with my day and all my tasks or work that I have to go through the day. Also, the meditation has been amazing. I like to do it in the morning too. And it's simple. I've been doing actually the Deepak Chopra. I did the gratitude challenge, which was 21 days. And actually doing one right now, which is 21 days too in Spanish with Deepak Chopra and J Balvin, who is a Spanish singer who's amazing. And it's been amazing. Just something that I truly, truly recommend. I was actually talking about that, and I'm like, why don't they teach us this, especially in this side of the world? Teach us this since we're little kids. This is something that we need. It's so great for your mind. Mindfulness has been something that's been also very important to me, and it's something that's changed my life. And it's something that I didn't do all my life. It's something that I've started to do recently, and it's been an important and big change.
Yeah.
And the third thing, love yourself. I mean, I know it's a little cliche, and it might be, you might have heard this before, but sometimes we just don't do it enough, and it's necessary. It really is necessary. Be grateful, and sometimes look for help, because I know that sometimes we don't. We just, we stay still, we stay muted, and we stay frozen. And sometimes you just need a little motivation, and sometimes you just need a little push. So definitely look for things that will inspire you and motivate you every day, and try to look for happiness everywhere. Learn something new every day. I love doing that. I'm a learner. I like to learn. So for me, that's something. But just look for things that will make you happy. This life is too short, and we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So look for things that make you happy. Do what makes you happy. Let go and forget about what people will say, how people will judge you. Forget about all that. Be you.
Yes.
Do you. And be happy.
Exactly. Well said.
Watch more of this series. In Love with Me.
Yeah, we're gonna get Valentina back again. She's gonna. We'll find a topic that you can be specific on. But I'm so happy that we reconnected, to be able to be women who is inspiring others together. It's a great collaboration right now, and we're gonna have many more. I'll work on it with Valentina, and I love the fact that she's doing what she's doing to empower others on that side of the country, or even now, people in Asia and around the world. I mean, we have Australia here watching you. It's just such a great time to touch lives in this way. So I'm glad Valentina is here, and everything she just mentioned, amazing. If you didn't catch the first part, I recommend that you listen to this or you watch this again, because there's great things that Valentina shared here, and I believe it's the perfect time for everyone to be inspired. And Valentina, we have so much to catch up on. I'm still gonna chat with you after this, but guys, there's so much more that we can share, and we will do it again. So stay tuned. And then with that, guys, Valentina said it, and I will just close it with actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love with Me. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching In Love with Me series.